everyone. So this video is going to be kind of different. So like I said, I only recently got out of my Dark Ages a couple months ago. Well, now I guess it's like half a year ago. But I was able to accumulate all these Lego sets in a very short amount of time. So I accumulated a hefty debt toll on this one Lego haul. So yeah, my credit debt went up a little bit. It's not much, but still a little bit in comparison to buying a house and having cars and motorcycles and stuff like that. It did go up. So I'll kind of tell you what happened and how much I kind of paid for all these Lego modular buildings and other things. So let's just start with the first two. When I came out of my Dark Ages, I bought two Lego sets. I bought the Assembly Square and the Parisian Restaurant. Now the reason why I bought these two was to get my son off the iPad. He was addicted to it and he's really young. Thanks to my parents, I appreciate getting him on the iPad. So I figured I need to get him to do something that's kind of constructive for him at least, or to see that I can create something from nothing. So I bought these two sets. That's it. And that started all of this. So it worked. He no longer needs to be on the iPad. I don't give him my phone. I don't let him really use iPad for anything. The only time I really hand him my phone to watch something is if we're at a restaurant and he's acting too crazy. But that's relatively it. He went from wanting to see a iPad in front of his face to not really needing it just because of these two buildings right here. And yes, he's not, he was about a year and a half at the time when I got these, but it kind of taught him a lot of things. Like, he is now kind of OCD. He likes to put bricks together. It's amazing what Lego did for my son and myself, actually. So these were the first two buildings that I bought. They were relatively, inexpensive in comparison to the rest of these. I mean, they are at retail price still really expensive, to something for that, right? Or $200 for that, and like $140 for that, I believe. I don't really remember. Forgive me on the pricing if I'm getting them wrong. But after I bought these two, I did buy this retired set. Yes, it was retired when I bought this, the pet shop. But luckily, I feel like not a lot of people want to buy these for some reason. I was able to still get it, maybe $10 over retail, just because I had to pay for shipping on Amazon. After I bought that, I got the Palace Cinema. Palace Cinema was retired, and I did pay a little bit more than retail, probably like $60 more than retail. For some reason, I feel like a lot of people aren't buying that one. I don't know why. After that, I got the Grand Emporium. This one I paid like $60-$70 over retail. Not bad. It didn't gouge me. After that, though, I felt like I needed to get this. I was looking online every day and seeing that this was kind of creeping up on pricing in a short amount of time for a brand new one. So this one, I didn't do much research, and I feel like I should have. And this one gouged me close, not at $500, but close to it. So about 200 something, $300 above retail. I am still hurting for this one, but at least I have it. It was only out for a really short time, really short in comparison to all these sets. It was like less than a year, or maybe just a year. I feel like this one's more harder to come by than the than the Cafe Corner and the Green Grocer, but I just had to have this like in a town. Like, you can't have a Lego City without the town hall. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I just bought this one right away and I built it, and it's one of my favorite buildings here. So after I bought this, I got the detective's office and the brick bank at the same time. They just retired, so I was able to get it for like the retail. The bank, though, I kind of messed up on. I got it $30 over retail. It was on eBay for exactly what they was selling for originally when it came out, and then it creeped up on price. So I was like, I just had to buy it. So I bought it, and I had added both of those to my collection. And then I got the Fire Brigade for only like $30 above retail. For it being that old, I'm surprised it was only that much. I know it wasn't a favorite coming out after the greengrocer, but you know, just had to add it. Who you need a fire station, right? After that, let's see, I got the diner. This is my wife's favorite. She actually helped me build this one. It's really cool. It's smaller than most of the buildings before it. I guess, you know, we started getting little on this one, and this one's kind of smaller in comparison to these other buildings, but interior wise is what I'm saying. The playability of this and the story inside, it's great as by itself, but it's my wife's favorite, and yeah, we added that one, got it for retail, and it was in my backlog for a minute. I didn't really pull it out until I got some buildings built, but yeah. What do I get next? I got the cafe corner. I got this used on eBay for less than $500, and same thing with the greengrocer. I got it used on eBay for less than $500. Luckily, the guy that was selling the greengrocer actually paid for shipping. They both offered to send it shipped. I didn't care if they wanted to send it shipped. This guy broke everything down by color and by level, so that helped me when I was building it. It was all complete. It was actually relatively clean too. I didn't even have to do much as far as cleaning other than disinfecting the whole thing. And then the greengrocer though, shattered. I didn't mind. I kind of hoped that it wouldn't come in pieces, or I hoped that it would come in pieces so I can check to see if it's real, if it was put together, like through aftermarket, if it, you know, was Lepid. But it was actually all Lego. This one had one filler piece that was not a Lego. It was an interior thing, so I tossed it out. So it's not 100% complete. It's 99.9%. But aside from that, he gave me an extra minifigure to make up for it, so it kind of worked out. And yeah, after that, I bought the Idea set. Right after that, it just retired, so I was able to still get this relatively quickly and cheap. But maybe like $20 over retail. It's not that bad. And yeah, so those by itself and all these extra minifigures and these extra parts from Bricklings got me pretty up there just getting to that section. I also have a bunch of backlog Lego. So this right here is the Mustang. We all know about the Mustang. My mom had one of these when I was a kid growing up, and she sold it, which hurts right now, knowing that I could have had one. I could have been able to keep one of these and pass down to my son. It was a really simple car back then. I mean, if you open the hood, it's easily fixable and interchangeable, unlike all these electronic cars that you can see right now, where if you mess with a wire, you pretty much messed up your whole car. So I do plan on making this. I really don't want to. I love it in the box, but I have to make it. Same thing with this. I have no real connection to this car or this van. I just love it, and I know it's going to retire relatively soon. I mean, it's one of the older ones, so it's a beautiful make and model, so I am definitely going to play with this when it opens up. So I have these two creator sets, and I am excited for the supposedly Harley that's coming out. So if the Harley comes out, I'm buying 3 of them. One to keep in the box, one to make as is, and one to mod. If it is a Harley, because you know I am a biker and I love that. So I'm definitely getting that one as soon as it comes out. And above, I have a bunch of pick a brick tubs. Let me put these down. And a bunch of other stuff. I have 2 sets. I bought a whole box of the Lego Movie 2 mini series collection. So I have 2 sets in there, not used, still wrapped. I have a bunch of BrickHeads and some Star Wars sets that I got for relatively cheap if I ever wanted to sell them. I mean, I got these for like $5 each. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So maybe one day I can hand them to, you know, my friends' kids when I run out of birthday gift ideas, or if I want to sell them one day, I guess I could. So I also have a bunch of BrickHeads that are in here. Yeah, I know a lot of people are not into BrickHeads, and I was one of those people. But I bought a couple BrickHeads, the seasonal ones right here, for my wife and son. And I think they're actually really cool. Yeah, I mean, these BrickHeads I think are really great. I'm kind of sad we're not like going heavy deep into them anymore. I mean, I hope we do. I don't really know the real story, but I think the BrickHeads are amazing. And I want the custom one that they came out with that they really advertise so much that you can kind of make yourself. But I'm fortunate for me that since not a lot of people like these, they don't have a really high resale value for old retired ones. I mean, there are some that are ridiculous, and we all know about the Lego Movie 2 ones. But I'm starting to collect these if I see them for relatively cheap. So I have some Speed Champions. That one's retired. Like I said, I love the cars, so I got those. This was the reason why I went into, getting Brickheads, was just specifically for this one. I am a Back to the Future fan growing up as a kid in the 90s and late 80s. More Brickheads. So the Lego store near me, or not near me, but close to me, had this. They just put it out. They had like 20 of them, and it was on sale for $13.99. So I bought two. One to keep in a box and one to play with and make. So that was the reason why I started buying Brickheads. And I was even able to get this in a toy store up north in San Luis Obispo for exact retail price. And this is definitely worth money, so I'm not gonna even open that. And I just really love this one. Come on, blue looks amazing. I just had to get that. So I do have a lot of Brickheads. I need to get Belle to match that one. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that we're not really Lego's not really going deep into that anymore. But I also have some larger sets that are on backlog, especially that Disney Castle, but I'll get into that in a second. I got this one at Target on accident. I was just trying to do a price check, and they actually put this in the bag. Yeah. So I didn't intend to buy this. They actually charged my other Lego set that I bought for my son, and not this one. So what should I do? Should I bring this back, or should I keep it? Let me know below. I have the Steamboat Willie to complement the Disney Castle. I'm not going to build this Disney Castle until I get lights for it, and then I'm going to build it and put it in my son's room because I think it'll look great in his room. So same thing with Steamboat Willie. I kind of really don't want to open that, but something told me that's going to retire in the near future, so I just had to buy the castle. It's a beautiful set, and I can't wait to open it. I do have a few architecture sets that I haven't played with. I told my wife that I'm gonna start collecting these to places that we've been. And living in LA, we've been here a bunch of times since we were kids. Throughout our 20s, not more recently, and a lot of times when we weren't even 21. So I definitely had to get this, and will be the first one of our destinations that we could build on our travels. And then we have the London one, which we were there for a short bit. So those are the first two that we have visited that we want to build. Luckily, the architecture actually made. There are some other ones that we have to go, but they just recently came out, so I know they're not going to retire anytime soon. So I have time on that one. I do have the Darth Vader bust. I have two of them. There's one on my shelf that I just panned through right quick. I got this on the second round of them because we all know what happened the first time. And when Brickzar kind of threw it up that they were available, I jumped on and got two. I actually just tested to see if I can get two. Buy one, finish the cart, and go back on and do it again. So I did. And luckily I did get two because this box was damaged, and I didn't plan on opening this. And you see that right there? It's dented in there. So I guess I'll open this one and leave the other one boxed up. I do have. Oh yeah, I found these Walmart. Hard to come by, right? I do have the rest of the pieces in the Lego Movie 2 Emmett's rocket or house. As you can tell, there's a lot of pieces left from not turning that into a rocket, and I didn't want to put it in my bins over there and behind me, so I just kept it in here in case I want to build the rest of this. BB-8 I got at Target for less than $50. I had them price match the Walmart price, plus they had the $10 gift card for anything you spend over $50, so I got this for a steal, and I think that's going to retire this year because the BB-8's been out for a minute and the new movie's coming out this year, so I'm excited for that too. So with that, all these sets up there, and I also have these right here, more idea sets, Big Bang Theory. I don't really watch Big Bang, but I do love that. I hope they do come out with The Office. Apocalypseburg. I accumulated a lot, so I told myself that I am not going to buy any more Lego till summer. And summer's not that far away, but I need to kind of pay off some of my Lego debt, and I think I can do that relatively soon. But I have enough Lego to kind of get me by through all that time, and there are some great promotions about to come out. The Avengers Tower, There's really not much I want to buy out of that run except for the Quinjet, which would have got me the Tony Stark Tower, or the Avengers Tower, and Tony Stark Iron Man minifig. And then the May the 4th is coming out. The Battle of Hoth diorama looks great, but it's not enough to make me want to buy anything Star Wars. There's a reason why I am not diving into Star Wars, because that evergreen, like, or whatever you call, theme of Lego is gonna take over this room. And the only Lego that I want from Star Wars is the UCS Millennium Falcon, the second one. So once I get that, I am not diving anymore into Star Wars, because I know it will take over everything in this house and my wife would kill me. So same thing goes with Ninjago. That's another reason why I'm not touching those two themes, is because I can't have 3 evergreen themes inside my house, because they'll just take over this entire office, and then some, maybe going to our adult cave that we have in our garage, or maybe in the living room, which my wife would not be happy about. So because of that, oh, you can hear, it's trash day outside, so you can hear the dumpster truck outside. So I apologize for that, guys. So because of that, I am not going to buy any more Lego. I have probably I keep saying that, the Sanctum Centurium in the mail coming from China that I will make a video about, still in the mail. And I have one more Easter kind of minifigure that's still supposed to come by. It's the Easter Bunny, and then the Batman one too. That is still on its way. But aside from that, I am not buying any more Lego for a long time. I am there, but I saw the new wave of summer sets, what's coming out, and I'm probably not going to buy anything until that Lego Creator Harley comes out. So that will be my next Lego set that I buy, no matter how good these prices are when I find sets, because I do want to buy Lego at a bargain. After this monstrosity, I will not pay stupid prices for Lego anymore. Yeah, so my wife is pissed that I accumulate all this debt. I need to appease her now and take care of it. And yeah, so if you look at all this, you can kind of guess how much I spent for each one of those. They range from anywhere between $150 to $200 retail, or I think that's right. So you can kind of do the math on how much I spent on those, plus all these other minifigures, cars, and stuff like that, and extra pieces, and then all those down there. Half that I paid with real money, and half I paid with credit. So it's not all on credit, but either way, I need to bring down that credit debt and kind of get back into control in our lives and then move forward. But aside from that, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope my wife sees this video, because she's probably going to kill me after this. All right, guys, bye.